Hello and welcome back to Somerset Farms with me, Mrs. Sim Gamer. I hope you're very well today. We've skipped on a couple of months. We are now in December. First things first, we are going to check on the chickens. I have made sure they've been fed, watered was already plumbed in. But these have started to produce, which is fantastic. 233 eggs, which is brilliant because they're still babies. Let's close that up. We'll take these over. Let's get out. Oh, can I get out? Come on. Gate. Open. Ah, you want to open this way. I apologise. There we go. Okay. The cows are doing really well. I'll show you those in a moment. We'll go grab the other eggs in a second as well. Let's put the eggs out for the day. Barley is looking fantastic. And we're just going to run and get the eggs for here, and look what they have managed to achieve. We now have 360 in here, so this pen is now completely full. Completely full. We have 1,400 eggs and 578 in this one. They have done an incredible job. So we're going to get the eggs all sold. Okay, 1,894, 91 extra on the environmental score, love it. Now this is the big one, a whole pallet full, 1,400 eggs. Look at that. And this is why we do chickens. Nearly 5,000. Brilliant. I'll see you back up at the farm in a moment. And we're back up at the cows. So as you can see, they still have 10,000 litres of food. That's the grass and the hay. So they've only consumed 6,000 litres since we first got them. 4,500 litres of slurry, which is fantastic. They're now 2 months old, so they're not producing milk yet, they're not reproducing either. But the idea was get them early, so we spend 15,000 rather than 60 plus. So that is the status of our beautiful cows. Now to our fields. So we have these two, they're ready again to harvest. So we're going to harvest both of these again, the grass. And the barley here is still growing. Of course, we've got it at 2 stages here because of my silliness. But everything is in hand there, so we're all good. I'm going to buy, or it's probably going to need to be rent actually, a wrapper. I don't think we have enough to buy a wrapper. Oh, what am I doing? Unless there's one in the sale. Of course there isn't. This is cute though. Oh, I like this. It's a mini little tipper, isn't it? Got a tipper on the back. I don't really have a use for it though, do I? I shouldn't go buying something that I don't technically need. But how cute is that? Nice. Anyway, no, I do not need you. If this was an automatic one... Oh, it is an auto load. Ooh. Now this has got my attention. What's the difference between back speed and standard, apart from a massive amount of money? I'm just going to keep it like that then. Folding mechanism. I'll just keep it standard because it's that. Oh yes, I am getting that all day of the week. Then I'll sell my other one, bell loader. Nice, nice, nice. Now what do we need? That wasn't what I was actually wanting to buy. Bell wrapper. That was what I was supposed to be looking at. Yeah, so it's 22,000. That would leave us with only 700 quid. That's a bit of a risk. But we don't have anything else to buy at the moment. And it would save us renting. So that is 125 centimetres. That would work perfectly. And our new bell loader, that is 100. No, I've bought it. I better check. 125 round. Yes. Okay, so that's the perfect setup. Standard wrapper design. We'll go back for black again. We don't need to spend any extra money. I've never had the Vicon before, so I'll do that. Let's buy it. So we've got a brand new trailer and a brand new wrapper. We have 7 squid in the bank. We are potless, so the chickens better get pushing out those eggs. Quick, smart. Come on, girls, get to it. We also, I don't think these are quite fermented yet. Yeah, they will ferment in this calendar. They will ferment this month. So if we are really struggling, we could sell that silage. Not ideal, but we could. Right, I'm going to go grab a tractor, go pick up our new equipment, and I will see you back here in a jiffy. Okay, here it is. So this is part of the Pong pack. It's our auto loader. Very happy with it. It's only got 37% damage, which is pretty good for used equipment. It is massive, absolutely massive. I mean, we don't really need one this size, but for the price, it was a no-brainer. And of course, everybody has seen this. If you've played the game, this is the standard and the cheapest base game bell wrapper. Perfect for what we need for now. It is definitely going to do us very well. So I am going to get the mower attached, get mowing, and start enjoying this next little harvest. Sit back and relax, and I'll put this on a time lapse. Alright everybody, we are all done. That was a nice, quick and simple job. Let me just reset this trailer. Here we go. Rather than driving that all over the shop, you would have seen me pulling them all together. 12 bales. We had 10 last time, we had 12 this time. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh goodness. Silly me, I didn't put transporting position. That is very silly of me. Picked up the hay bales as well now. That'll be alright, we'll just pop them over here. And that's that job done for another cycle. I'll pop it over here out the way. Yeah, I'll never be able to reverse this. This is one of those, I'm not going to be able to reverse this trailers. So let me pull in round our land and stick it through here, I think. There we go. So I was having a look at the other things that we own. Like, we don't need these two. And of course we're in desperate need of money, so I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell the universal bucket as well. Am I going to need that for the manure when we... No, I'll keep the universal bucket actually. That's probably got some use for it. So yeah, that's that job done. I am now going to... Let's go and have a look at the pH and nitrogen levels. My assumption is we do have some work to do there. Silly me, not putting that on. Transporting position. Okay, so we need a little bit of lime and a lot of fertilizer. So let's go and get that job done now. It's great to have all of the equipment. You see, I've put everything back nicely. All of the equipment so close to the fields. Definitely, when I look to expand the land, or look at the fields around, it just makes such a difference rather than driving for quite some time. Forget things. The other prospect is this is now all now fermented. It's now all silage. We still don't quite yet need to mix any TMR. They're going to be fine while they're growing up. They don't need TMR. They're fine on the hay and the grass. So we could theoretically go and sell those for a little bit of extra money, especially while we're a bit short. It is a good idea to maximize what we do have. Just going to move slightly over to the side for this bit. Get complete coverage. Our barley should be nearly ready in field number 12. So we do thankfully have that as an income. I think we're probably going to end up selling most of it and keeping some for the chickens. I have worked it out. With that mod, it is going to be cheaper for me to buy the wheat for them to eat, which is crazy. Okay, let's see if I can get all of this. I have to come back and do a couple of little lines. There we go. This one is quite a bit wider. You do get a nice application. Pull in that spraying width. And now I'll go get the fertilizer. Let's go. I know I'm overhanging on the right hand side, but I'm doing that because the field at the top hangs over. I should think about turning this bit on the right to grass. It is only a tiny bit, but maybe when I plough this field, I might also plough that edge. Actually, let me just turn this off and jump out. Yeah, see, this doesn't need ploughing yet. This does. I'm going to wait until this needs ploughing. And we can plough it all together. Let me turn that back on. We need to get right to the edge. There we go. So I might plough that little bit at the same time. It makes sense to do that. Right up to the edge. So it should be on after the next harvest. This should come up for requiring to be ploughed. It's normally every 3, so okay, there we go. Let's go. Probably should have put this on one of the bigger tractors. But it's still going at 8 miles an hour, which isn't too bad. For the amount of the cows that we have, once they get to 6 months old, I'm then going to switch them over to TMR. That's when they'll start producing milk. So I won't switch them over yet. So I think I will sell that silage. That's just money sitting there. By the time they're ready, this will have been cut again. The other bales will have fermented. The other 12 will have fermented. So, oopsie, missed a bit there. So I think that makes sense to sell those. So straight after this job, that's what we'll do. Right, let's get spraying. It's odd, it's not changing the texture on that little bit, but there we go. Ooh, don't want to hit the trees. Hitting the trees. See, spatial awareness and me are not best friends. There we go. Probably should have done this side first. But thankfully with this new, with the precision farming now, it will only place where it needs to. So although it's visually looking like it's placing it down on the right, it shouldn't actually be putting anything down. So we aren't wasting any fertiliser. Right to the edge. No, I'm going to clash, aren't I? Yeah, I am going to clash. I'll pull it around this way. This is the hardest part, that little pump. Okay, the sprayers are on, but it's not saying anything's needed there. Let's just swing back through this. No, it's saying that's all fine as well. Fold this up. So we're now back at perfect levels. It could do with a roll, but to be honest, my focus is on selling the silage. Let me go and put this back, and I will see you again in a moment. Right, transporting position is off. Or on, I mean. Silly me. Right, okay, let's look where we can sell this. There won't be that many places, because if you remember, we had to put one in, didn't we? Let's go down to silage. Oh, okay, plenty of people are buying. I was wrong. Was it milk that was what was the problem? Yeah, it was milk that was the problem. Silver Run Market, that's what we put down. Okay, wood chips, no. Silage. Who's got the best price then? Either the biogas plant or FSC, Shaw's Bell and Sell Point. Let's sell to these guys. I've tagged it. Okay, it's not too far away, I don't think. Let's spin this around, get our map up. Okay. Quite excited to get these sold, I have to be honest. We'll follow the main road all the way. Let's go. It's a beautiful December. Thankfully no snow yet. I haven't looked at the forecast for January. We probably should do that so that we can do some planning. Hopefully we don't get a hard winter. Okay. It's a nice corn crop. If we run out of things to do, we can take on some contracts. We actually don't have a header for the corn. We just have it for arable. So either we need to invest in one or lease the equipment with the contract. Just as always a possibility. Always happy to do that. Not far away at all. Okay. What's the best route in? I think maybe we're supposed to go behind. Sorry, Van, just give me a minute. Excellent. I love how all these yards are quite big. $16,000, nice. Just need to push these two in to the sell point. I might just cheeky use the tractor to do that. Just disconnect that for a second. Another 4. Well, well, well. That was better than I expected, I have to be honest. So we now have 25,000. I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy. $20,000 for some bales. Let's pull out and go home. We're all back. We are back. Right. Now for the next job. We need to untag that place. There we go. Let's just see what contracts are available. There are some very quick harvesting contracts here. They're all, I'm assuming, relatively small because the price you get is pretty slim pickings. Sowing could be quite fun. We do have some seeds left. Let's have a look. Field 2 and Field 18. Field 2, Field 18. Field 2 is in very strange shape. Field 18. I like the look of that one. Nice little quick job. Put some oats in. Yeah, let's do that. Right, brain, engage, you're here. Still got the engine running, of course I have. We should... Okay, not as much as I actually thought. But hopefully that should get us through. I'm going to need a much bigger tractor. This one is not going to be strong enough. We'll put a weight on the front as well, because that is a heavy piece of equipment. Okay, I think we will take the McCormick out for a little trip. Let's put this bad boy on the front, just to keep it a little bit more balanced. That is a lot of weight on the back. Let's see how steady this is. Didn't realise I come in at such a bad angle. There we go, that's better. Still a little bit bumpy, isn't it? Are we okay? Yeah, let's give it a go. Hopefully we should be alright. All 4 wheels are on the floor, that's the main point. Now we need to make sure we switch those. Definitely don't want to be making that mistake. Putting in the wrong crop is never a good idea. Now, as much as I like this setup, I probably won't keep it. It's not very wide, so it does if I did want to take on bigger contracts, get bigger fields, like even when we harvest our barley, that's gonna take some time with this seeder set up. So I might have a think about swapping this out. There is even some cheaper, older equipment which is wider. You probably get up to 8 meters. This is probably 4, if that. It's also really, really heavy, so it's not very versatile. Alright, this is it here. I can't see a gate, so we're just going to have to... Oh, the gate is through... Looks like the gate is through the housing estate, actually. That's the entrance there. Whoopsie, wrong side of the road. I went... it was Mother's Day yesterday. I know this is going to come out a lot further in time. It was Mother's Day, and I got in my car, and I was like, what side of the road do I drive again? So I don't drive that often. I don't drive for work, because I work from home. And where I've been playing this game and different sides of the road, I was like, oh, goodness, I need a quick minute. I need to think for a second. Okay, let's get it lined up. It doesn't look like it's lowered to me. There we go, that's better. We do have access to this land. This is where we're doing the contract. We're going to ignore that for a second. Looks like the seed is going in. Let's just check the contract. Yeah, it's working. We'll just have to ignore that. I'm going to turn some lights on as well. I'm struggling to see in this light now. I know this flashing notice is going to get on everybody's nerves like it is with me already. But we're just going to keep going through it. It shouldn't take us too long to finish this contract. I'm not sure the seeds actually went in there at the end. We might actually have an issue with this, so it might not be flexible enough for some of this land. But let's see how much we can do. And what we are left with. It's quite a nice area over here. There's another little farm area over there. Don't want to drive into someone's garden now, do we? Well, it's saying that the field is 10% complete, so we are definitely doing our job. This obviously is just a little bug. I do sometimes get this bug come up when I play multiplayer mode. Even though I'm not playing with anyone, I am using the multiplayer functions. When I set up the banker that bought the land for the market, I could close it down and pull it back into just the career mode, but then all that money merges into mine, so we would need to waste or get them to buy more land or something and just run the money down, or I could use the zero the mod which would run their money down automatically. Which one is it? It might be an option eventually. So it's under farmhouses and you start from 0. So then when I close and go to Korea, it wouldn't merge all the money into my bank account. As much as I would love all that money from the banker, how much has he got now? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, you do a quick save, why not? Let's go down. It was only 145,000, so I could use the 100,000 0 to hero and maybe put down, or I could put down another sell point on his land. That would make more, on that land, that would make a lot more sense. You see, that hasn't quite seeded in that area, and I think it's just a bump in the land, and this seed can't quite get to it. Okay, I'm going to finish this off. We will definitely get this done before the sun disappears for the day. Then we'll be going into January. I'm hoping our barley will then be ready to harvest. If not, we can do a few contracts. Our cows will be going into their 3rd month. So we've theoretically got that time to get ourselves ready. And the main thing I need right now is the straw. So straw for bedding, that needs to go in like immediately. And then the straw to bulk up the TMR. I could get some mineral feed, maybe, but that's such a small percentage. I don't want to be using up all of the hay. So we can always put in more silage than hay anyway. And then, as soon as we get the straw in the bedding, they can start producing manure for us. And then we have an option to, instead of using fertiliser and buying fertiliser, we can use that. We could always sell it as well if we wanted to, but it makes sense to use it. We'd definitely use what we have fertiliser-wise. To be honest, it goes so far. We barely use any, which is amazing. We might end up getting a bit of land, which needs a better balance of pH. So that could happen, and we have to be prepared for that. If that does happen, then using our own manure, we'll definitely still keep the sprayer, or we'll sell the sprayer and use solid fertiliser, because that little Kubota can do lime and solid fertiliser. So then it's really getting rid of equipment that we're not using. So it's not just sitting there collecting dust and rust. We don't want dust and rust, we want to be using everything. So that makes logical sense to me. Once we've finished all the liquid fertiliser, get rid of that. We could probably get a good few thousand for that as well. Once the cows get up to age, the 6 months to start producing milk, I'm probably, and hopefully we have enough money to go ahead and get another 60. That would be fantastic, and just keep that rotation. Then I think they start reproducing at 18 months old. So we do have a way before they start reproducing. But by that time, we'll do 6-month cycle, 6-month cycle. We'll do another 6-month cycle of another 60. And then hopefully we'll have enough land to put down another pasture, and we can move some out so that they can be reproducing. So we'll have the reproducing cows in another pasture, always topped up with TMR, Whereas the ones which aren't producing or reproducing, they don't need TMR. They can just be on grass and grazing and being happy. Grass or hay? Probably hay. Keep them really happy. Anyway, I've been chatting. I do love a little chat. I'll get this done and then I will see you back up at the farm. We'll say goodbye to each other, finish the episode off, and move into the next month. I'll see you in a jiffy. We are all done. How good is that? Nice and fast. Let's disconnect. Beautiful. Let's get this shut away for the day. Looks like I'm getting an early night, that's for sure. There we go. Pull this one in, turn her off, and then let's finish the contract. Complete the contract in the... Whoopsie, there we go. Reverse. Okay, let's go and collect our money. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Didn't take me long at all. Extra grand in the bank makes a huge difference, especially when you're only when you're running your own little farm. And you know what? I'm pretty proud of it. I hope you are too. And oh God, I would love to be in that balloon right now, having a good old look down here. That would look spectacular. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you're enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And if you are, give us a like. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. And give us a little comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And last of all, have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.